Hello, RB Bass fans. RB Bass Angler Mike Rogers here with a short product review and or comparison to let you know what Bob Tyler and I did mostly last weekend at the BBT Northern at Lake Berryessa. We ran our usual reaction bait bites first thing in the morning because we had that marine layer, and it was kind of nice. Picked up a lot of stuff, but when the sun came out, we went to our plan A, where we wanted to go, and that was working our way back into the trees just south of the vineyard and also on the vineyard. And I mean working your way back into to where the boat was just littered with debris. And in some places you couldn't set your rod hard enough because of the limbs hanging over and stuff. So it was challenging at the least. But what we used back there were two different things. Bob had one on, I had the other. And what I had on was the Reaction Innovation Manbearpig. I like this product, and I use a lot of Reaction Innovation products. But this one here is about 5 inches long. The only drawback is that it's only about, I'd say 3/16 of an inch, maybe 5/16 of an inch deep. So it's hard to keep that hook through and inside it, even in trying to skin hook it. Because I was using my punch flip rig with a big heavy hook. I think this will probably do better, and I'm gonna try it flipping into lighter cover, but use a good worm hook, a good strong worm hook, and being able to sit on your hook a lot straighter. You know how the worms go, as opposed to sitting on a punch one that goes in straight, and then you have to try to somehow get it on there and hook. It caught a lot of fish doing it, but I think it'd probably be easier doing the other. This bait has on this one, the Okeechobee Craw has two colors. It has that green that's on the back, which you know, the fish like. I don't care if it's a sink or whatever you're throwing. But it also, what I like is that on the other side it's blue with a blue metallic flake to it. They just seem to react to this one really well. The only drawback that I see is that the composition of the product of this is different, say, than the brush hog, which I had around here somewhere here. Which is different than brush hog. The brush hog, of course, is about 6 1/4 inches long, but it's really thick to 3/8 of an inch in the middle. You know how they are; they're thick and sturdy, and the composition of this is pretty hardy. And this one, pulling through heavy cover, such as the submerged trees and the limbs and stuff like that, even without bass smacking it, gets torn up as you're pulling it through the limbs and stuff, and it gets pulled off the hook and then trying to reset it. I spent more time, I think, resetting hooks and stuff on these than I did anything else, even though I like it and it does catch fish. I mean, it caught that 6.03 larger that we had for way on it, fourth biggest fish. But I spent a lot of time readjusting hooks. But it's a good product. I like it. I think I'll use it on a lighter wire and flip on the outside edges and stuff, like things like that, as opposed to Bob running the standard brush hog, and then I did a different color with the green and the root beer flake color. This one is really sturdy and doesn't pull through. The composition of it is thick and hard. You guys know about it all. But between the two of them, we caught a ton of fish on them, a ton of fish. And we lost a few big fish, 7s and 6s on it. And then that wasn't because of these, it's because the limbs and all that stuff hanging over, we couldn't do a full hook set on them. Otherwise you'd break the rod. But those two are what we mainly threw most of the day, other than those few hours in the morning and stuff like that. And we did really well, like I said, picking up a 7th place out of the 100-field boat, the boat field. And I'm impressed with them. But this one I'm going to use flipping light. So that's it. You guys give it a try. Go out and have some fun, and remember to take a kid fishing.